In the final of The Bachelor Season 29, Juliana Pasquarosa was selected by Grant Ellis over Lydia Gare. However, there was some controversy surrounding the show's ending because some viewers were certain that Lydia would ultimately be chosen by the former professional basketball player. But months after the season ended, Grant and Juliana are still together. Actually, up until this point, the customer support representative had refused to see Grant's finale. Juliana has later revealed that she was most hurt by Lydia's cautionary remarks to her before she was finally sent home, even if it was undoubtedly difficult to hear Grant tell another lady he loved her. Juliana Pasquarosa acknowledged that Lydia Gare's remarks hurt her after the Bachelor final. Juliana Pasquarosa was most hurt by the remarks made by Lydia Gare, the runner-up on The Bachelor, after she left the show. Juliana said she was surprised by Lydia's remarks during the finale and during the After the Final Rose event, where Lydia made some dubious remarks about the new Bachelor couple in an interview with the Vile Files podcast on April 1. Juliana responded, "I think my feelings were the most hurt by Lydia," when asked what the most startling aspect of Grant's finale was. "I don't believe that was anticipative in any way. I believe we spoke during the entire show's airing and even in between takes. I tried to get in touch with her. I believed that we had a nice relationship, but it appears that things have not been the kindest since AFR and going forward, which caught me off guard and undoubtedly wounded my feelings." When host Nick Viall asked Juliana if she thought Lydia and the other competitors had been acting like mean girls since the final, she said definitely. "When she mentioned my name during the breakup, I believe that was the first stab I felt." Juliana remarked, "I think that was uncalled for," implying that Lydia ought to have a lot of questions for Grant. "I think that those things brought me back to the stage when she continued to make kind of those jabs, saying that she is happy that this isn't a part of her love story, and that she deserves a man who isn't so confused until the very last second, when Grant and I know the reality of it, and that was strictly a jab at me." She was shocked when Grant opted not to propose to Lydia in his finale. Grant maintained that he still loved her and that his feelings for her had not changed when Lydia questioned him about it. She informed him the switch-up is crazy, and then she clarified, "I just want to be clear that I'm sad and confused, and I'm angry." Lydia also asserted that Juliana ought to ask Grant a lot of questions regarding certain confidential promises she made to him that she later revealed on AFR. Grant Ellis allegedly wanted to stop the show early in order to be with Lydia Gare. After Grant dumped her in the Dominican Republic, Lydia had an opportunity to express her opinions during the After the Final Rose program. Lydia clarified that she was taken aback by his choice because he had given her assurances that she would ultimately be selected. "Grant and I had discussed that day extensively, and everything he had ever said about it was that it was going to be us," Lydia said in an interview with host Jesse Palmer. "From, our first one-on-one in LA until the night before that day, we were engaged. Oh my gosh, we're getting engaged tomorrow," I recalled saying as I bid him farewell. "I know I can't wait," he added. "I cherish you, I cherish you, I cherish you." Before I walked up there, he uttered those final words to me. Thus, it was unexpected. According to Lydia, Grant also told her that she was his one emotional connection, and even threatened to stop the show as he already knew she was the one for him. In addition, Lydia appeared to make fun of Juliana when she said to Jesse, "I know that I deserve someone waking up one morning and knowing without a shadow of a doubt that they are going to choose me." Grant listened to her concerns and expressed regret for hurting her when he joined her on stage. "I do regret is the mistakes that I made in speaking early on situations when I didn't know how conflicted I'd be," he stated on AFR. He reiterated same remarks when he spoke to Nick in the previously stated podcast interview, saying that he expressed regret for jumping too fast with his thoughts, but that he had no regrets about anything he had spoken to her, because it was what he was experiencing at the time. In her interview on The Vile Files, Juliana disclosed that the contestants on Grant's season appeared to have taken sides. Juliana also thought that the contestants on Grant's season had decided to back Licia during the finals and were not in favor of her gaining his affection. She describes the dynamics of her friendships with the contestants after her proposal as interesting, saying, "I had told a few of them that my biggest fear was that our relationships would not be as great as I had hoped for because of the final situation. I was reassured at the time that everything would be all right and that the girls were okay with separating their relationships. But I believe that after AFR and a few other issues that have arisen, I have seen the truth." After season 29 ended, Licia posted on Instagram that she was hanging out with contestants Dina Lupancu, Serafina Watkins, and Alex Godin. In addition, Serafina posted pictures of the women from Grant's season on Instagram, but Juliana wasn't in any of them. Juliana disclosed to Nick that she was not contacted by the candidates to offer congratulations on her engagement. Juliana found out that they would instead be supporting Licia's journey when they all came on AFR. "Many of the girls didn't really reach out to me, which is something I might have assumed they would have done. I believe that when the AFR arrived and I contacted some of the girls from my season who would be attending the live filming, I was informed that they were coming to support Licia," she said. During her time on The Bachelor, Juliana did, however, make a friend in competitor Allie Jo Hinks, whom she thinks would make a fantastic bachelorette. The Bachelor's highly anticipated and dramatic season 29 finale left viewers on the tip of their seats as Grant Ellis finally selected Juliana Pasquarosa over Lydia Gare, the runner-up. The ensuing emotional rollercoaster gave viewers a lot to discuss, particularly in relation to the conflict between the women. It wasn't without its after-effects, even with the hectic conclusion and the tough choice that finally brought Grant and Juliana together. Even though the couple's relationship appears to be going well months after the season ended, Juliana had to get past one major obstacle: witnessing the heartbreaking scenes that took place in the finale. Juliana talked candidly about her feelings regarding the season's ending and the final episodes in an April 1st interview with the Vile Files podcast. She acknowledged that she had not watched The Bachelor's finale until now. However, what stung her the most when she did was Lydia Gare's remarks. Juliana stated, "I think my feelings were the most hurt by Licia," indicating that Licia's reaction upon leaving was the most startling aspect of the conclusion, rather than Grant's choice. She went on to remark, "I didn't expect it at all," in reference to the insults Licia made at the After the Final Rose, AFR, special and in the finals. "Between the time of filming and the show's premiere, we had a conversation. I believed that we had a nice connection, but it appears that things haven't been the best since AFR." She talked about the emotional toll Licia's remarks took on her, and it was clear that she was hurt. "It really took me by surprise, and my feelings were hurt for sure." As the season came to a close, the tension between Juliana and Licia was evident, but the drama didn't really heat up until the AFR special. The competitor who had developed a close relationship with Grant during the season, Licia, was upset when he ultimately decided to choose Juliana over her. Lydia confronted Grant as she was leaving the show, expressing her grief and perplexity, and wondering when he had altered his love for her. Her sadness wasn't the only thing that grabbed center stage, though. She seems to upset some with her scathing remarks in the aftermath. During her time on AFR, Licia was open about how Grant had assured her he would pick her and even implied he would stop the show to be with her. Licia recalled during AFR, "Grant and I had talked a lot about that day. He consistently stated that it would be us. From the initial one-on-one in LA until the evening before that day, we were engaged. Oh my gosh, we are getting engaged tomorrow," I recalled saying as I bid him farewell. And he said, "I know, I can't wait," she added. I cherish you, I cherish you." She described how these were the final words she heard from Grant before being taken aback by his choice, and her feelings were unfiltered. Lydia expressed on AFR that she felt deceived and that her relationship with Grant had been weakened. As she put it, "I know that I deserve someone waking up one morning and knowing without a shadow of a doubt that they are going to choose me." Grant's hesitation was a reflection of his actual feelings.